The much-anticipated Eastern County Cup competition will get underway this coming Saturday at the Seabreeze Oval, where the defending champions, Bailey's Bay, will take on Cleveland County. Digicel have come on with a 3-year sponsorship, something Edward Lamb, part of the Eastern County Committee, thanked them for.
And it has its success rooted in what we all started as, and that was two communities actually getting together. And over the years, we've been able to sustain that community feel amongst the 4 clubs. You'll have seen the banter between the 4 captains. And let me just interject here how proud it is that I am of sitting here watching this next generation of skippers coming along. Not only good cricketers in the individual rights, but also maintaining the passion and fervor for what we consider to be a deeply rooted community event. And as I said last night to Mr. Bream in a meeting, Eastern County has little to do with cricket. It's really little to do with it. It could be tiddlywinks. We could be out there playing. Eastern County is really about preserving our legacy that goes back to 1904, as I've said. And over the years, the competitiveness has grown, which makes it that much special, more special than even other competitions. And you will have heard how even league cricket has its place, but doesn't compare to Eastern Counties, because we're so deeply rooted in what this game really means to us as communities. Mr. Trotter alluded to how compact Bayless Bay is and how it lends itself as a natural arena to this game called cricket. But when you get down there, you'll notice instantaneously the beehive of activity, the buzz around the ground. And again, that has nothing to do with what's going on inside the ropes. It's really about our people getting together to celebrate our history, celebrate who we are, against the backdrop of some real fervent and tenacious competitiveness. And inside those ropes and outside those ropes, you will see how competitive we are. But that's all against the spirit of, and in the spirit of togetherness as one band of brothers and sisters under the banner of Eastern Counties. I think the Eastern Counties Cricket Association deserves a lot of credit for preserving that legacy. And let me now interject by introducing 2 of my colleagues, Mr. Derek Wright of the Eastern Counties Cricket Association, as well as Mr. McNeil McGowan. 2 people who have been around Eastern Counties forever. Well, no, they're not that old. For a while. They themselves are accomplished cricketers. And they, too, have the passion that drives us all to sit around the table to organize this event every year. And this year, we've updated our rules to be more in line with the MCC while still preserving our Eastern Counties legacy. And so, as when Nigel and the rest of us were talking about the continued sponsorship of Digicel, I think and I'm not here to speak on behalf of anybody else, but what impressed me mostly was that Digicel cottoned on to the idea that, whoa, this is something special when they first came on board. And I think that's what has been the impetus for them to continue their sponsorship, again, for which we're very grateful. But Eastern Counties is, as I said, a special event to thousands of people. Our tentacles reach not just in the eastern parishes, our tentacles reach all across the island as people have migrated from God's country to the rest of the Bermuda. And so, by God's country, I mean all 4 counties. Take it easy. But it really is, Dennis, man. It speaks to how closely knit we really are, even though we're fierce competitors. And, sometimes it gets pretty hairy on the field and off the field. But beside all that, we still are very closely intertwined and connected. And that's what we really celebrate.
Can you remind everybody where the games are going to be held, on what dates, and what the cost is for entry?
Okay, the first game, all games are at Seabreeze Oval in Bayless Bay. The first game is between Cleveland and Bayless Bay on July 21st. Second game is between Flats and the Winners on August 18th. And the last game is between St. David's and the Winners on September 1st. The fee to get in is $15 for adults, and I think it's $5 for seniors and children. And next year, the entire series will be at St. David's, because we alternate year to year. And we've been doing that now for 12 years, where all 3 games are held at one location, which has proven to be a stroke of genius, to be honest. Absolutely.
It is fair to say, though, that it's different from Cup Match, but it has its own type of, its own brand, its own
Absolutely.
flavor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now we don't detract from what Cup Match is, because let's be clear, Cup Match is a celebration of something else entirely different, which runs deeply in all our and throughout the entire fabric of our community. And we know what Cup Match celebrates. And let's be clear, it celebrates the emancipation of our people from physical, mental, economic, and social enslavement. Whereas County Cup, which is only 2 years younger, celebrates the unison of 4 communities. It started out with 2 communities, Tuckerstown and St. David's. And some of us have the privilege of being descended from both communities. Isn't that right, Mr. Jackson? And then Bayless Bay and Flats came on the year after. So Cup Match has its special place, and there's no question. We don't try to compete with Cup Match, because that's a different brand. Although to be diehards, we think that County Cup is on an equal footing, but for different reasons. The fervor and the passion is different.
And interesting how they're both held or in around late or middle of July, so County Cup kind of introduces Cup Match.
Absolutely.
It's always the most exciting part of the summer.
Absolutely.
For fans.
Absolutely. Very valid point. And you'll notice that when the games are in St. David's, Cup Match is down St. George's. Now, I don't know if that was a fluke or coincidence or by design, but that's just the way it worked out. So when County Cup is up the western end of Connis, up Bay, Cup Match is up Somerset, and vice versa.
Audio Jungle.